Hi guys. Okay, so I wanted to do a quick check-in. I was just wondering actually as well, has anybody else been feeling this intense emotional energy? It feels to me that it's just like literally everywhere. Okay, so just to check in with the current energies of the collective who is listening to this. What is the message with the current energies? So we have material and spiritual prosperity, foundation and achievements, and this hidden gem here. Okay, so the first thing I'm feeling with the material and spiritual prosperity, which is, I believe, the Six of Pentacles, and the foundation and achievements is the Four of Wands. When I'm looking at both of these and connecting their energies together, it feels like a huge change, transition, but it's coming from a deeper place of what we knew before. And this to me feels like it's not all about shaking up what we have already, it's shaking up what we think we know. Okay, because this is just an energetical sort of resistance, or energetical sort of vibe, and it's through this awareness that we're learning to recognize a sense of the truth that exists within. It's almost like taking a step outside yourself. So again, outside of your physical and your spiritual self, if that's possible, I'm sure it is, to as one, as opposed to, right, let's take a look at let's observe my physical self. Okay, let's put my physical self to the side, let's observe my spiritual self. No, it's both of them together. It's an alignment of both of those energies together. And that is what I think is causing this intense emotional sort of trigger reaction within the physical and spiritual self. So this is quite powerful because it's through these feelings and thoughts and the actions and choices that actually brings about these emotional triggers. And I don't feel it's like something that needs to be worked on. I think it's about aligning with those energies, as opposed to, okay, what now I'm feeling this. How am I feeling this? And 1 minute ago I was feeling this. It almost like you've almost like you could class yourself as different personalities, but it's not necessarily that. It's about having the alignment of the energies that you're feeling in both of these as one. Okay, so what's this? Prosperity begins, which I believe is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about, when we're looking at these foundation and achievements and taking an observational look outside of yourself spiritually and physically, we're then able to start a new pattern, a new growth, a new venture, based on the experience, based on our true core. Okay, so it's this true core here and all of these roots which are experiences going into our core. And then it's from that we're, again, outside of the situation, observing in about our growth and our abundance and what we want to kind of bring about into, I guess, this new stage. And this is such a confusing moment at this point here. But it's this observation and awareness that makes you realize that even though you don't have all of the answers and you're feeling all of these emotions that you thought had once been overcome, it's now almost like, okay, but look at what you have overcome to what you're now about to flourish in. So it's almost like that intensity and overwhelming emotional sort of feelings and what takes over you is all about you recognizing that there a reminder of what you have overcome. So when you're stepping into this new energy, you've managed to align those energies into one in order for those emotions to not fully affect you moving forward, because they are energies that you've aligned. Okay, interesting that. So let's have a look at these individually. Let's have a look at the material and spiritual prosperity first. The material and spiritual prosperity. Oh. Okay, there's the Eight of Swords, and these two were kind of on top, so I'm going to take them. The Eight of Swords is, again, it's about looking at the physical or spiritual self. If you look here, where in one perception she could be all confused and tied up, but if she just looks away through another perspective, she sees things a lot more clearer, which is actually what material and spiritual means. Material is the physical and spiritual is the belief, right? So she is, in this energy, she's kind of consumed in what she sees to be the truth based on the physical apparition of it, and she's now obviously sensing the spiritual side of it, which is clarifying what these two are kind of saying. But Five of Wands and Three of Cups. The Three of Cups I see as some form of I want to say self-alignment, because I've got the Five of Wands as well. The Five of Wands is about kind of structuring your mindset and working together with your mindset. So when you do have, like, say for example, in this intensity, you're feeling anger, frustration, sorrow. So all of those three can work very closely together if you're feeling one certain particular emotion. But then on the other hand, you're like conflicted with love and compassion and understanding. And then on the other hand, you're in your head trying to make sense of the two by putting words to it, putting those emotions into words. When actually, if we just feel into those emotions and try and work together by aligning them, and by aligning them, I mean like we're focusing on what that sadness and anger, frustration, guilt, whatever that might be, what part of our body, mind and soul it resonates with. And then we've got the love, the compassion, the understanding. What part of our body, mind and soul does that resonate with? So then we, and it could more than likely be the same thing, the same situation. And that might be your answer. But it's if we can disassociate from the two separate energies and observe them, we're then able to kind of put a spiritual label on them, meaning without labeling it, just the feeling. And how does that make you feel? And what would you look at differently in that situation? That's material and spiritual prosperity clarification there. Let's have a look at foundation and achievements, because this is what I'd say what the action is to bring into your kind of next, we could typically call it a chapter, or the energies that are coming towards you based on an alignment. Okay. Six of Cups, healing from past memories. At the bottom we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Devil and the Eight of Cups. So I suppose in a way you could clearly see that this is an alignment. So we're kind of understanding and embracing our addictive personality side, codependence, attachments. We're recognizing them for what they are, and that allows us to leave the fear-based energy of this behind in order for us to embrace both the feminine, masculine, yin yang, you know, the balancing energies within us, the light, the dark, and helps us to accept the Six of Cups energy here, which is our own personal growth and who helped us in that personal growth. So every one of these cups is a memory of who got us to each transition and how we got to that transition that made us who we are today. I'm going to clarify all these as well after. Tell me about... I'm still working on this one. I just kind of want to know the middle energy. So obviously we've got the Six of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune is obviously us finding balance and having the control in ourselves and the power to enable us to make the right choices moving forward based on what we know. Okay, so I want to look at the middle energies, because this is about recognizing our fears, illusions, negatives, and being able to put them where they belong now. So I just want to see what comes in the middle here. So we've got the Five of Swords, and I feel this is about trusting. This is about self-trust and trusting in the release. It's now releasing it. That's what the Five of Swords is saying to me. Trusting that it can be released, and it is being released. Yeah, because look, you've got the Temperance. And the Temperance is all about that balance as well. It's the... And do you know, I think for a lot of us, this has been one of the toughest lifetimes. If you believe in lifetime after lifetime, I think this has been one of the most toughest, emotionally challenging lifetimes. But it's almost like it's coming to a close based on, not necessarily a close, but it's we're coming to a sense of we would never have learned all of this in the past lifetimes. No, death, rebirth. This is so amazing. So let's have a look at Prosperity Begins. I'm going to use a new deck for this. Prosperity Begins. 10 of Wands. Eight of Cups again. This is why I want, and the Five of Wands again, which is somewhere here. And the Empress. Look at that. The reason why I wanted to use a different deck is because I know that some of the energies can come out, because we're looking at Prosperity Begins as in a brand new venture based on this awareness. So using a different deck gives me, gives an opportunity for those energies to show themselves if they're potentially present in moving forward. So we've got 10 of Wands, which is like where I feel we carry or have carried a lot of the burdens. That's the typical meaning of this card. But I feel this is like a choice of having to go it alone, choosing to go it alone, choosing to carry all of these burdens, because without all of this heaviness, there wouldn't be the ability to align it all. If we didn't give ourselves the opportunity to challenge ourselves over and over and over and over again, we would never have learned the alignment. We would never have been in this lifetime knowing what we do now, okay? The Eight of Cups is now, and again, it's like balance. So rather than all of these cups being broken and discarded, it's all about, let me just put my, what do they call it, ducks in a row or something like that. But let's put the cups in a row and let's just balance them out. It's almost like notches of experience. So then the 8 of Cups becomes the 9 of Cups, then it will become the 10 of Cups, and then you've got like this huge amount of balance. Okay, so it's almost like recognizing that what the past challenges were is actually for, you've got to start somewhere, right? So you start with the 1, then the 2, then the 3, then the 4, then the 5, and it's all personal growth, and then it goes back to the 1 again, a brand new experience. The Empress is somebody who, the Empress is the energy of, in this energy here is, again, she's observing, she's looking at all of these little seeds, and it's these little seeds that have actually helped her grow. So she's now planting this knowledge in the foundation, and she's watching it grow based on everything that she's known. There's a lot of energy here that is extremely powerful. So tell me, what is coming in based on this energy? What is coming in based on this? The 3 of Swords. Oh, the Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. There's a couple here. I'm going to put them to the side for a minute and just have a look what we've got here. So what is coming in? I see this as a lot of growth from the 3 of Swords. Is all about the challenges, the things that we have kind of put ourselves through or chosen to do based on what we knew in the moment we knew it. The Page of Cups is almost like, I feel, an impulsive thought which can cause this 3 of Swords energy, but equally I see it as with the Queen of Pentacles there as well, I see it as taking time as opposed to doing the things that cause this energy. So moving forward, I see this transition as, okay, let's not rush into things based on what we know. Let's learn to trust ourselves and others. We can have impulsive thoughts, but we need to remember what they taught us before. And based on that, if we can communicate effectively to ourselves and to others in how we would like our abundance, what our abundance looks like, this literally just fell out of my hand. It starts to heal itself. So there's these, this is what I want. Have I got the ability to go and get it? Or is it coming in for me? And then you've got the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is collaboration, working together. 7 of Cups is choices, choosing what to work on. And then you've got the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. And I see these two together as, rather than living in a sense of abandonment, whatever makes you feel lonely, it could be abandonment, it could be rejection, it could be anything like that. Rather than that, we fight against it, because it's this energy that it's, because this is all fear-based, which we don't want to bring into our new chapter, because we've learned from it, is what I'm trying to say. So let me put my bag of cards down here. I'm having a bit of a tidy up, so I'll probably it's like a massive full bag of cards. Do you know what? Let's just grab a couple from the top, because I'm sure whatever they are is meant to be. What's this? And just for clarity, so I don't know, I might use them, I might not. Okay, but I've got these, so let's go with these because they're at the top. So the first one we're going to have a look at Earth Magic. I'm going to pull one for each section. So the section of material and spiritual prosperity, the section of foundation and achievements, and the section of prosperity begins. So let's have a look at material and spiritual prosperity. Get a clarification card for that. Look at that. So what we've got here is generations, ancestors, and innocence. It's interesting how I mentioned, like, we've gone through so many different lives, but we've not experienced the intensity as much as we have now, and we wouldn't have been able to. It's actually through our DNA codes, our ancestors, our family upbringings, our societal upbringings, our family upbringings, that has directed us, okay, up until now. That's why we go through so many challenges, because through every storm, no matter how young or old you are, there is always light. The light is our truth, okay? So there are impacts on us through generations that have obviously made us who we are today, and that is the best that we can work from. We can only make choices based on what we know today, okay? And then it's this energy perspective, because children have a huge open perspective, not limited like ours. They ask questions. Children are so pure when it comes to the world that they view around them, okay? If a child is lucky enough not to have gone through so much adversity, a child will see the world as a play area. But it's the ones that go through the challenges, the ones that have to fight their way through situations and experiences, they're the ones who fully feel the wrath of humanity, okay? So this here, material and spiritual prosperity, is all about finding who we are in this current world with what we've been taught. So what about foundation and achievements? Because this is about, in this energy that I'm feeling now while I'm shuffling, the foundation and achievements is what you can look at and be grateful for around you. It could be your family, it could be a house, land, it could be your job, it could be your personal growth, it could be anything like that. Movement. So we've got the river, which is movement. And I see this as like, and it's interesting how both of these are resonating with earth energy, because you've got Gaia, which is Mother Earth, and river, and this is on foundation and achievements, which also could be classed as grounding energy. And then you've got lake, which is stillness. So it's about choosing your path, being kind to yourself and others the best you can with what you know, and just trying to live in this energy of peace, tranquility. And I know it's so far-fetched when you try to think, well, yeah, that's so easy. At the bottom we've got karma, which is DNA, and then ebb and flow, which is the backwards and forwards motion. That's literally just reminded me of, I went to sleep. I was so tired. I haven't been sleeping properly. And I can't remember when it was now, because that's how messed up my sleep has been. I can't remember if it was last night, or it must have been last night, because I was too busy yesterday. So last night I went to sleep, and in my meditative states, sometimes I go backwards and forwards, like as if I'm floating, and I swing backwards and forwards, or I swing forwards like that way or sideways. And this time I was flowing sideways, and I just let myself do that. I just let my energy do what it needs to do, and I don't resist it, I don't fight it. So I'm going like this in my energy field, just while I'm laying there on my bed meditating. And as I'm moving like this, I then start to get higher and higher and higher. Not that there's a physical attachment, it's literally just me feeling like I'm floating with my eyes closed. And then I started and then I was out of my body. It felt like I was out of my body. Like that swing movement was me projecting out of my body. And then it's through this that I started, I was flying everywhere. I couldn't see anything. I was just seeing, like, it was this sort of energy, but not the colours. It was like black, but all of these little dots and things and formations were around me, but they were like white. And it's interesting that I saw the ebb and flow, and then that at the same time, because it reminded me of just letting go. And whilst I started to let go, I started to feel so much more inner peace. So much more inner peace, because it was like, let's just say it's been very challenging in the energies lately. And our problem as humans is that we feel that we need to place those energies, that they have to belong somewhere, when actually they could be, like I say, and it could be a reminder of what we have actually come through, and it's us now releasing that. That's what it is. Oh my gosh, look, rebirth. It's about us now releasing it. And then you've got the sun. Oh my gosh, I love this. There's always a reason why I come out with something. So yeah, it's fitting perfectly. So I'm not now gonna dissect this one, because it's kind of given me the strong energies of all of this is all about. It's about us. It's about us growing, opening, letting go, releasing, just feeling the energies of those that are around us, and not trying to place everything if it doesn't belong. Because this overwhelming energy, the overwhelming energies that are really intense, that we've all been feeling, are for us to just release and clear. Because it's that time. It is that time to trust now. To trust ourselves, trust others. And look at this this rebirth. It's like it's highlighting this throat area, the throat chakra area. They might be plums, I don't know. But it's brought the focus to me. It's like, now it's time to just know what it is that you want and go for it. So based on all of this, let's just get a couple of clarification messages. And the first one that came out, I don't know if you saw it, was a new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So let's get a couple of closing messages. I've really, really loved this reading. It's actually boosted my energies so much. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. And then at the bottom, simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. And it's so interesting, because I have felt so, this isn't about me, this is about all of us, but I have, and this is just my examples, as you know, I have felt so overwhelmed lately by this choice, this choice, this choice. And then when you feel strong enough to say, yes, I'm ready to take this leap of faith, and you're confident in taking that leap of faith, and you take that leap of faith, and then you're like, wow, I've chose this. How the hell do I balance it all? So then you become overwhelmed. Then you start putting things to the back burner, and then becoming overwhelmed that you're not on top of them. They're not a priority. And then it's like, right, what do I do? Have I been a bit presumptuous here by making these choices that are for my personal growth? And now I've made those choices that are for my personal growth. It's almost like they're the wrong choices, because everything around has come cluttering down or crashing down, or it feels like it's come crashing down. But actually it's the overwhelming feeling of, yes, we've made choices to go with this, maybe all in a very short period of time. But actually what this is trying to say is, it's because you just need to find the balance to make it all work together. Okay, simplify your life is prioritize what you need in your life and prioritize what you don't. Now let's get some other closing off messages now, and then we'll say goodbye. New opportunity. So there's that leap of faith. And moving forward fearlessly. There's that leap of faith. This is amazing. And then the most important message at the bottom here is honouring your true feelings, because it is your true feelings that guide you forward. We can sit and question the past, we can sit and question our choices made now, but actually we're not looking at the past and it's going to hold us back anymore. It's a new opportunity. We're moving through a new dimension, a new portal, and now this is our time to base our prosperity begins on following our guidance of our heart and soul, and the mind will align with that. Okay, wowzers, that was amazing. I think I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, so if you guys have listened to this and it's resonated with you, or even if it hasn't resonated with you but it's taught you something, please, 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 can you just like or leave a comment just to say that it has or hasn't. And thank you so much, because I love to hear your feedback, because it makes me feel like I am part of the collective in these energies and I'm not feeling them alone. And I'm sure everybody else likes to feel like they're not alone as well. I should do more of these because it's so clarifying and liberating and empowering. And the clarity is insane, absolutely insane. Okay, thanks guys, take care, speak to you soon. Mwah.